Hey everyone, Joe Soto here, and let's talk about how do you knock their socks off. Who am I talking about? Well, your sales prospect or somebody you're meeting with for the first time and you're working towards earning their business. This is typically going to happen like in your initial discovery meeting and sometimes even in your presentation meeting, and sometimes those are all in one. How do you do it? Well, there's really two primary ways to do it. And the first one's a little bit more obvious. The second one is not as obvious, so stick through the video here and learn them both. The first one is to create a great case study, particularly around one campaign that you've done for another client that's helped them, okay? So if you sell digital marketing services, for example, maybe you sell SEO, maybe you sell social media, maybe you sell Facebook advertising, maybe you sell pay-per-click management for Google and Google retargeting, whatever it is, okay, or website design, create a case study that can absolutely knock their socks off, okay? And the case study can be 1 or 2 pages, by the way, and just outline the highlights of what the business did. What I would do is you put the current what their current situation was when you found them, or what their situation was, what they did different, what they employed, your tactics, your strategies, etc., what the campaign was, and then what their results were. That's it. Something that you can show somebody. Maybe it's you're selling advertising. You say, look, before this business met with us, they were stuck, et cetera, et cetera. And then they executed this ad strategy for this campaign. And this campaign generated 2,000 emails. And this campaign reached 100,000 people. And we did it all for, $500 or something. Something that makes them go, wow, I can relate to that. I could probably do something like that. And I want to do that too. So you show them a case study that builds trust. It showcases your competency, and it also shows them proof, right? Social proof. The second way you can knock someone's socks off when you meet with them, and this is something you can really lean on if you don't have a lot of case studies yet, okay? And that is you can teach them something and actually help them. Think of it like this. Here's the principle summed up. Leave your client prospect better off than when you found them. So when you leave the meeting with them, you've taught them something of value. That puts you in an authority position, by the way. It showcases your competence. It elevates you to somebody who knows what they're talking about because you went so far as to actually give them some free advice and actually help them before you're ever hired to help them. And when you're confident in what you do, this will come more naturally. But figure out what could you show them, teach them, maybe it's a strategy or a tactic that they hadn't employed yet in their business that could actually help them whether they hire you or not. So I might talk about retargeting, for example, and say, listen, it takes a very simple code, and I'll send you a link to this code that you put on your website. That way, when you're advertising like you are now on Google, you can optimize that ad dollar by retargeting those people on Google, but also on Facebook and Instagram and on YouTube, for example. It's a piece of your marketing strategy you're currently missing. And you show them how that works. Now, you don't teach them step by step everything, but you're giving them a piece of knowledge, something that they could take back to their team and make a suggestion on that their team could go and learn. Bottom line, anyone could Google how to do retargeting and actually learn how to do it. But most people won't, and they'll just simply feel good about you giving them something of value first. So teach them something they didn't know before they met you. That'll elevate you, like I said, in authority. It'll make you more trustworthy. It'll make you more likable. And quite honestly, it'll help you earn their trust that you know what it is you're talking about. So go out there and knock their socks off.